We, the jury, find the defendant guilty of all charges.
That's my favorite Phoenix Wright.
Hearing those words, she knew her life was over. Even the judge ordering that she be sent to the birdcage barely registered to her. Her heart roared in her ears. She felt fragile, like at any moment, one more whisper of accusation might shatter her. Her mind raced as she tried to make sense of it all. How could it have come to this? Just as the other day she had managed to convince one of her jailers of her innocence. Why hadn't he told them? She was innocent. Why are you doing here? This isn't a place for a girl like you. Not even a day in the birdcage, and she had already drawn the notice of this man. She shook on the floor in front of his throne, where she had surprisingly gently placed by the rough-looking men who had brought her to where he held court. The jury said I was guilty, and the judge sent me here, but they didn't even let me speak in my defense. I wasn't even allowed in the courtroom. She felt tears trickle down her face as she remembered the injustice that she had been done to her, the gag they made her wear to keep her from telling them all the truth, to keep them from believing her. This man looked moved by her plight though. Maybe he would believe her. I don't know why the judge sent me here. I don't have any powers. The man looked almost horrified by this, yet resigned as well, as if he was just hearing news that he had already expected. They should not have been able to send you here. How did they manage that? The prosecution, they made up stuff and told the jury, and everyone else said that I was making people hurt themselves or others. They took all the good and I did for my friends, and they twisted it to make me sound like an evil mastermind. Then, somehow, they must have threatened all of my friends. They all said the most terrible things about me. But really, I didn't do any of that. Please, you must believe me. By this point, there wasn't a dry eye in the room. Even the man's eyes glittered with tears from the passionate pleas. Marquis rose from his throne and gently raised her to her feet. Come, my dear, do not worry. I will keep you safe, and when the day comes that this birdcage is broken, I will see to it personally that those who have wronged you are brought to justice. They never should have dared to send an innocent here. Emma Barnes gave a small smile to her new protector. Finally, someone believed her, that all she had done for her friends, for Taylor, for the right was right. That she wasn't a master, and had never triggered that long ago night in the alley. After all, she was innocent. Author's note: I had thought of what could be also lead to Emma and co. getting away with so much and thought, hey, maybe it's because she had powers too. To be more specific, she has the power to make what she may say seem like the truth to others. So if she says to Shadowstalker that Taylor can be a predator if taught, she believes. If she lies to her dad about bullying Taylor, he believes. Maybe she knows she does this, maybe not. I thought I'd leave that all to you to decide. Or maybe she's right and someone is framing her. Who knows? Okay, so her power is pretty much she can lie.
I think Code Geass might have something to say about that.
Oh, they
might be ripping that off.
They're gonna sue so hard.
The fuck was that?
I looked up worm fanfiction, and that's not the worms I was expecting.
That's not the worms I was thinking of either.
I was not that kind of worm. Huh.